Hi, it's Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media. I'm here in Houston at Breakbulk Americas, and with me in the studio is Kasey Eckstein. She's with Ingram Barge, and she's the executive director and founder of an organization called WIMOs. I get that right? WIMOs?
Well, everyone says it differently. But,
okay.
Actually, most people have been saying WIMOs, but I intended for to be said WIMOs. But
all right.
I just care that people know about it, so I don't care.
Absolutely. So that association is Women in Maritime Operations. So it has brought women together to network, to support one another, and Kasey today was part of our diversity panel and doing double duty at our Jerry Nagel Education Day. So she is very much committed to this industry, and we're so happy to have her.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here, and this has been such a great experience and an awesome event I've been to in the past, and it's great to see that it's back in action. So
right, it's so great to be back face to face.
Yes.
You know, I think we're all getting a little tired of the Teams calls and
right?
Yeah. And we had those, but it's much nicer to see you in person.
Yes.
So Kasey, one of the things we talked about this morning was building more diversity and fostering inclusion in companies, and you talked about Ingram Barge and how that is what the environment feels like there. How were you able to achieve that, and how can others apply those principles to their own workplaces?
So I have been at Ingram Barge since January 2021, so I haven't really seen how they did it, but I can tell you that they probably just had to start somewhere. And the inland barge industry is a very, very male-dominated industry with a huge lack of diversity. So I actually used to be the competitor of Ingram Barge, and I think I saw them really making an effort to bring in, some more diversity to senior management, even, and then also to employment at all levels. And no other barge line was really doing that at the time, and they're I feel like light years ahead of other companies. However, I think every company is making the effort now, and everyone just kind of has to start somewhere. The real, the tricky part is to achieve diversity. To attract a diverse crowd, you have to have a diverse crowd. So, for example, I'm a woman and a millennial, and if we go and interview at a company and they have no diversity in their senior management, I'm going to be like, or they say they have no millennials and no women, I'm going to be like, well, that doesn't really seem like I'm going to have much opportunity
a good fit
there, right? So it's kind of like one of those things, like for work experience, like you have to have work experience to get a job, but like you have to have a job to get the work experience. And so that's kind of the tricky thing, right? So I would advise companies that have a huge lack of diversity to acknowledge the problem in the interview and just be like, hey, look, we understand that we have a diversity issue here. We are looking, and as tacky as it might sound, I've had people say it to me too, and it works. Like, we want to hire more females. We want to hire more millennials. We want to have more diversity in senior management. That alone will kind of shift the mindset of the interviewee and really, okay, they really are working at it. They're not just going to continue on the way it has been. So I would advise that. And then also, for example, if you want to attract more millennials, we are known for loving philanthropy. So when we go and interview at a company, we want to see like what are you doing extra? What are you doing to like better the world and have some sort of cause? A company should pick a cause. For example, our industry is the inland barge industry, and a lot of the barge lines have started to support a company called Living Lands and Waters. It's a nonprofit organization that cleans up the inland waterway system. So you're hitting on two things that millennials like: philanthropy and sustainability. So the millennials are all about a cleaner environment, and this organization really drives it home because it not only does it hit both of those boxes, but it's cleaning up the very rivers that we depend on to make a living. So just start somewhere, find and kind of attack the areas where the people you want to attract are interested in.
Absolutely. I love that, and I love the advice to be forthright, be candid. If you're not where you want to be, saying that's true, but what you're doing to get there and taking real action is a good way to go. So I want to thank you for being with us. That is good advice, and We're happy that you were, part of diversity, big part of Education Day, and we hope we'll see you next year.
Thank you. I hope to see you next year too. Thank you so much.